What is up, everybody? This is Kevin David Rail from Fasting for Fitness, and I want to take the time to do this video on my NPC Physique Competition Prep, which I'm under 3 weeks away right now, and I want to talk about hand care, which I don't think gets talked about enough, and I think this is going to be vital information for you and important. So whether you're training for a bodybuilding competition or a physique competition or any kind of competition, whether it's, what are those things called, obstacle course races and all those kind of things, it doesn't really matter. There's a good chance that your training is going to cause a lot of problems with your hands. You're going to get your hands mutilated in some cases. In my case, absolutely, definitely. If you can see right there, I just developed this massive blister this morning, and it literally tore the skin on my last rep of my, I'm going to call it my beefcake workout, but it's actually my high intensity circuit workout today with kettlebells. I was doing circular snatches, and I literally was on my last rep, and I just felt this pain hit me right here in the hand. And then I started my jump rope that I do after it with my weighted rope, and I could just feel like this burning and tingling sensation, and I just knew something wasn't right. And when I finished my set of jump ropes, I looked at my hand and the skin was just peeled right back. And if you notice right there, I have that split right there in my hand. So all of this, and this hand is pretty mutilated as well, but not quite as bad as this one. All of this is stemming from the high intensity workouts I've been doing. I've been doing a ton of kettlebell work, a lot of pull-up stuff, and just like high intensity exercises that can really take a toll on your hands. Kettlebells are especially notorious for mutilating your hands. So I want to give you a couple ideas of what I'm going to do next. It is important to continue your training, number one, so you can't miss training. There's no options around it. When I went to intensive kettlebell training years ago, one of the things they said is as soon as you get a blister or as soon as it opens, they don't want you to stop training. But that's the only time they allow gloves. When you're using kettlebells, I do not like to use implements. I don't like to use workout gloves, absolutely no. Gloves themselves, the only kind of gloves I will allow people to use is these gloves called jersey gloves, and they're like these brown cotton ones that a lot of people use to do yard work and chuck wood in the winter and stuff like that. And you basically just cut the fingers off the gloves and then you wear them. And what they do is they protect all this area of your hand. They're breathable, and then you can still grip the kettlebells with your fingers here. The only problem I have with those is when you're doing like snatches and different various kettlebell exercises, it is harder to grip because they're slipperier in your hands and there's a little bit of material there. So you want to have a good neural load and grip when you're neural feedback actually, when you're doing kettlebell exercises. So the only way to do that is with bare hands, but you have to keep on training. So that's the only time I wear gloves, and I was contemplating getting them today, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to do a different trick, and that's what I'm about to show you. But just know the show must go on. It still can go on, and as long as you take proper care of your hands, you can keep on trucking. So let's get down to what I'm about to do. As you can see, we're now in my kitchen. This is where all the magic is going to happen because I have a nice countertop space in front of me to work off of. And what I need are two things: clippers, nail clippers, and super glue. So one of my clients this morning saw my hand and he's like, you should get some of that new skin stuff and just, you know, stick it in there and be done with it. Well, that's fine, but new skin is more expensive than super glue. This is a DIY right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these here nail clippers and we're going to clip that skin right off, and then we're going to apply super glue. And this is one of the best friends of kettlebell people and actually exercise people around the world. So let's just take one more look at it and you'll see the skin is pretty raw under there. And then I've got this split right here. So we're going to take the nail clippers. We're going to get them as close to the bottom of that flap of skin as possible, and we're just going to go like that, right across, and then voila. There's my skin right there. And as you can see, it's been liberated and removed. Painless. Didn't feel a thing. I'm going to blow on it a little bit. I have a little rag here to dry any kind of water that might be there. Luckily, I could still see a fingerprint in there, which means it's not super deep. It's not bleeding or anything like that. And now we're going to take our super glue and we're going to apply a generous portion around it. And we're going to kind of blend it into the edge. Does it burn? Yeah, burns a little bit. I'm not going to deny it. And then we want to even it out so it's around the whole wound. And then I'm going to actually put it in this split right here as well. And boom. There we go. I actually think the burn is probably a good thing. It's like some kind of hidden nutrients maybe in the super glue. Maybe not, who knows. And a lot of you out there watching this are probably familiar with this super glue trick when it comes to wounds in the hand. I have friends who are mountain bike riders and racers, and sometimes they get all gashed up when they're racing. They fall and they get cuts and gashes on their elbows and their knees and stuff. And they've got super glue on hand, and they just super glue it, and off to the races they go, pun intended. And they just blow on it. It's already starting to dry. That's what it looks like. Can you see? And just, you can wave your arm back and forth if you want, and that sort of thing. So, that right there, my friends, is my solution to the splits and the cracks. So I'm hoping that this holds pretty well for the rest of the day and into the night. The healing starts tonight, and tomorrow I'm able to train okay. If I do need to cover my hands up, I just might go get some jersey gloves. I might get, I have these kettle guards I got last year when my hands got mutilated up a little bit. And you slide them onto your fingers and they protect this part of your hand right here, and they kind of wrap around here. So they protect the back of the forearm. But I'm confident that this is not going to be an issue tomorrow, because these are already starting to feel better. When I was done working out this morning, my hands were all sweaty. They were hurting like heck, I'm not going to lie to you. But I do know the show must go on, and I'm taking precautions. And as far as a dietary trick goes, I'm going to tell you about this. Try to get your diet as alkaline as possible, and try to get a good source of collagen in your diet as well. There's all kinds of hype on collagen, whether it's good or bad or ugly or any of those things. I definitely feel a difference when I take it. I feel my recoveries are faster, my joints feel stronger. I definitely see my toenails and fingernails grow really fast. Those are signs you want to look for when it comes to taking collagen. If those things are happening for you, keep on with it. And don't listen to all the experts that tell you, oh, collagen is bunk, don't use it, don't pay attention to it. If it works for you, use it. Do that across all domains. If protein powder works for you, go for it. If you're a plant-based vegan, go for it. But I highly encourage you to take some form of collagen, and also turmeric and ginger, fresh, ground up in any one of your meals during the day with a little bit of black pepper. Those are very good to improve gut health. They're immune boosting, and I feel they help with skin health as well. Oh my gosh, my fingers are almost stuck together. Do you see that? Anyway, that's my story. One more look. They're probably drying up pretty good right now, as you can see. I could definitely see it. And that's my little hack for you to fix blisters and cracks in your hands. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to my page, and stay tuned for more further awesome content. This is Kevin David Rail reporting live.